The pandemic put a lot of things on hold, including weddings, lots and lots of weddings. But now they're back in full swings. Ashley Williams live with a local designer to learn the process of wedding planning and how it's changed through all these weird times.
Oh, can you imagine? It wasn't long ago, guys, we were talking about people canceling their weddings, obviously, and or having to reschedule. And then wedding planners and event planners having to pivot again. Well, the cool thing was everything kind of lightened up just a little bit. So people were now rescheduling their weddings, moving forward with their nuptials. And then COVID kind of hit yet again. So wedding planners and event planners have had to pivot over and over and over again. But now with this new resurgence of COVID, what are weddings looking like now? We thought we'd bring in one local expert. This is Erica Estrada of Erica Estrada Design. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is so cool. So I said, Erica, let's talk about this. Yeah. Just set up a table and let's talk about what weddings are looking like now. So first and foremost, as an event planner, what has the last, let's say 2 years, how's that been for you?
It's been rough, more so just because we've had to, like you said, pivot quite a bit. I mean, just the thought of having masks on at weddings 2 years ago, we would have never thought that that would be a thing ever. Yeah. And now we're just having to really rethink how to keep guests safe, how to keep vendors safe, and get through this crazy season.
Yeah, so we put together obviously a nice little setup and display for you all, but let's talk about that. So first and foremost, what are you doing in terms of when people arrive to a wedding? Sure. What's important when it comes to COVID?
Now a lot of my clients are actually requesting each guest to be either negative, take a negative test, or have a negative test within the last 72 hours. And then we actually now offer on-site COVID testing, and there are a lot of nonprofits that'll come on-site to test guests to make sure that they're negative. And so that's like, you can't even enter venues now unless you can prove that you don't have COVID.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. Also, if you want custom masks, that's something as an event planner you get to order as well, which is really cool.
It is cool.
But then also, I'm actually going to swing over to Lauren. You're the associate planner, but we have this set up here, but there's something that you all talked about before, which is like the staggering of how people either have dinner or even the way they're seated. So let's talk about that. Once people do get to the reception part, how do you keep people safe?
Yeah, so basically keeping people safe, obviously distance is very important. It's something that is very important to us and the guests. So we have to maintain a safe distance while keeping an intimate setting, if you will. So pretty much spacing is going to be, you don't get your 6 feet because, you can't technically take up the whole space for the table, but you can definitely keep, a good 2 to 3 feet per guest in between so they can still have their own individual seating area, but still, be able to speak with other guests and, communicate with other family members. So
no, we do have to wrap it up. That segment flew by, but there's so much to talk about. Unfortunately, we did run out of time, but I do want to talk about one thing really quick as we go. You have a collective that you created. It's basically bringing all Black business owners in this event space together to show them some love. Tell me the name of that business.
It's Ethos West Collective, and I'm one of the co-founders.
And tell me what it is about really quick.
Yes, it is a curated group of Black professionals in the luxury wedding space, actually all over the world.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, Erica, thank you so much. We're going to put all that information on our website, gooddaysacramento.com. Your website really quick.
EricaEstradaDesign.com.
There it is. All right, we'll be right back.
Thank you.